Here with Asp CMO Neil. He is the world's biggest Vp9 fan. Like, you love Vp9.
I do, a lot.
And we have two special ones here for you. A little side-by-side comparison here at C2 between a Grayguns tuned Vp9 and a Lazy Wolf Guns tuned Vp9. I got to tell you, we're going to talk about these a little bit and try to parse out the differences, but really it's kind of like, do you want to drive the Ferrari or the Aston Martin?
Right.
Many thanks to Magtek Ammunition, the sponsor of today's active self-protection lesson. It's the only ammo I put through my rifles or pistols at the range.
So thanks to C2 Tactical here in Scottsdale for letting us shoot. These guys are awesome. They're my home range, and I really appreciate them letting us do this. So full disclosure here, this is a Vp9 that I had milled. This is before they started making the Vp9 2020, milled by Wright Armory in Mesa, and then sent to Bruce Gray at Grayguns. And Bruce put this trigger in this gun for me on him. He did this as a courtesy for me. Same thing here. This is a Vp9 that that particular Vp9 was the very first Vp9 ever milled by Doug Holloway at ATEI. Did it for us while we waited. That was pretty incredible.
Yep.
And then this gun, though, was sent to Rick Holm at Lazy Wolf Guns. And Rick did the work on this gun as a courtesy as well. So I did not pay for either one of these, all right? So I just want you to know that. Neither of them are sponsors. Neither of them asked for this. But I just figured, why not? Now, this guy has a little extra because Rick sent it over to another friend at Jerkman Customs, and he put these really crazy textured, like sandpapery grips on it that are unbelievable, okay? And so we're going to try to keep that out of the equation. Really what we're going to look at here is the trigger, the difference in the trigger between the Lazy Wolf and the Grayguns. So let's turn around, let's shoot them a little bit, shall we? And see which one we like best.
All right.
So I'm going to shoot some out of the Grayguns first. Neil, you're going to shoot the Lazy Wolf first, and then we'll swap guns and then kind of talk about what we feel.
Sounds good.
Let's do it. All right, here we go. Beautiful, delightful Grayguns Vp9. What's not to love? A gun with a dot on it that is tuned by Bruce Gray. My gracious. I'm going to say, as opposed to even, I like the Vp9 trigger, okay? I think the Vp9 trigger is probably out of the box, if not the best, certainly one of the best striker triggers out there. You can make a case for the Walther PPQ, I think. But I really think the Vp9 out of the box is one of the best. But man, this one here, it is so, the reset on it is so short and crisp. One of the things with the Vp9 is the reset on the trigger. And Bruce's trigger is, gosh man, it just resets so nice. My one beef with the Vp9 trigger is that normally when you go to reset, so you reset the gun under recoil, right? You don't pin the trigger, bang, click, bang, you don't do that. You reset under recoil. And the Vp9 does kind of give a little push on its reset. It kind of pushes you out, so it lets it go quick, and then you got to really kind of corral it. But Bruce's is nice and flat. I mean, it just, oh my gosh, that is, it's driving a Ferrari, guys. I mean, this gun I could carry forever. A fantastic trigger. I mean, amazing. You want to try?
Yep.
You got a mag on you?
I do.
Man, I'm flabbergasted by that mag, that trigger.
Ooh. Yeah.
I mean, the reset on it is so incredible.
It's just right there. I mean, it's ready to go off the second you already pulled it. Yeah. It's hard to describe.
I mean, and you go, okay, wait a minute. Is it good enough? Is it enough better than the stock trigger to pay for it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think, okay, if you're a mediocre shooter, you're an introductory shooter, you're kind of a low, a beginning or intermediate shooter, that's like saying, am I going to buy a set of ping irons instead of my big fives? But when you're stepping up into that, no, man, I'm not a double bogey golfer anymore. But sometimes the equipment starts to matter.
Right.
You want to finish that, mag?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you're almost out. There you go. Delightful. All right, let's take a look at that Lazy Wolf gun. Time to try the Lazy Wolf Guns version. Now, of course, if you know the history here, Rick worked for Bruce Gray for a number of years, struck out on his own to focus just on HKs. Grayguns is known for their SIG Sauers, and they are the absolute expert at SIG. And do great work on HKs too, but Rick focuses on HKs, particularly Vp9s and P30s. You can see here as well, one of the differences, flat face trigger. Whether you like a flat face trigger is very much a personal preference, in my opinion. I kind of like them personally, even though my carry gun doesn't have one. But let's run some rounds through this bad boy. I got to tell you, so this gun here has a set of suppressor sights, so it's got a green front on that Rick installed for me. It's different. It's different. We're not talking about that though. We're talking about the trigger. Oh. I mean, it's the flat face on this trigger. Okay, so the gun's empty, and I go, okay, there. That's all the over travel that we have. Now, okay, I pinned it just so you can see. That's all it goes. Amazing. I mean, just amazing. Let's would you grab the other one? We'll do that with that one too. Stock Vp9. Great trigger. See how it pops out like that? It's good. It's got more travel is really what it's got.
Yep.
That's the Grayguns. No, oh no, that's the Grayguns. That's the one I want.
Okay.
Grayguns, not a flat face. Super short, not a lot of over travel. Just, wow. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I think you can't go wrong either way.
All right, your turn.
But I'm going to put a mag through this thing anyway. Well, there's just nothing. If you pin that back and just feel that, it's just right there. So, yeah.
So
I think what it comes down to is you got to decide, do you like the flat face or the round? Because I mean, they're so close.
I mean, I guess, listen, I'd consider myself to be a lower advanced shooter. So not an advanced shooter, but a kind of a low end of the advanced shooter range. And I mean, it's dealer's choice here, you guys. I think that both are incredible. I know both Rick and Bruce, and they're both fine human beings, and they both do good work. Both are men of their word. Gosh, man, I'd carry either one of these to the ends of the earth.
I will carry this one because of this.
Yeah, okay, so the Jerkman Customs grip, totally separate issue and incredible stuff. He's sending me some for my P32. I do like the fact that Rick installed the overcap here on the back plate of the VP9. I don't like the striker indicator. It's just another place to get crap in the gun.
Yep.
So I do like that. That's not a trigger issue. It just is what it is. Otherwise, these guns are pretty darn close to identical. All right, if you had to choose, which one do you choose?
It's really hard. If I had to choose, based on only the trigger alone, I think I really kind of like this flat.
I think the flat face trigger really makes that gun shoot really nice. And that's not Bruce's fault. He just didn't install that at all. But really, either one of these guys. And but if you're like, hey John, which one are you carrying today? Now I'm not positive these Jerkman custom grips are gonna my t-shirts will survive.
Yeah, with the old grips, my t-shirts get dunked up after a while anyway. So I'm curious to see how that
long-term test on that. But wow.
Yeah,